Hey everybody, this is Alan Fine, and I'm here with Bob Bradley of the Pampered Cruiser. We are on Sea Cloud Spirit, and we're going to talk about the fact that it's a great product and how do you sell it here on Insider Travel Report. Bob, thank you for talking to us.
Thanks for the opportunity to chat.
So, Virtuoso, huh?
Yeah, we are Virtuoso affiliated.
Proudly.
Yeah. It's and this is just a great fit for Virtuoso and certainly for our client base as well.
So, how did you first hear about Sea Cloud?
Well, I think the being part of the industry, right? So we know lots of people in the industry, undoubtedly, just like you do. And there was a little bit of that, and of course the product has been in Europe for a long time. And so when they were breaking into North America, we jumped on it because it's something completely different.
Well, that's the point. I want to make sure that travel advisors understand that this is not like any other cruise. And we were just joking about the fact that if you want the show on this ship are the sails. Right. So let's talk about that.
Right. Yeah. If you want to do the Vegas headlining shows with all the dancing girls, you're not going to find it here. Yeah. So I think, clearly anybody that is a sailor has any sort of nautical background, and I am one of those nerds. Oh. So I'm very much attracted to the idea of a masted ship. But I don't think, and all those people will probably naturally gravitate to this product, but I don't think you have to be that person to really get a lot out of this product, because the sails are incredibly interesting and romantic. And apparently I've got my application in because I scaled the mast the other day and they told me I should. Maybe they bring me on. Trying to get on steady. Right. Yeah.
But so many times I would look, and we're going to show them. You look and you see the ropes, and they're on the ground. And you like, I feel like I'm in Treasure Island, or is there an apple barrel I should be listening from? I mean, it feels like all the literature of great sailing adventure.
Yeah, Captain Jack Sparrow is right around the corner. Yeah, and it's interesting too, because for anybody that sailed before, you think about, I got to watch my head, or I'm going to trip over this, or and my stateroom on this ship is larger than a lot of the mega ships that I've traveled on. So in some ways it's the sweet spot. It's kind of the best of both worlds. You've got the romance of the sails. You've got I spoke to some of the folks here at Sea Cloud, and I said, it's like a saltwater river cruise, right? Because it's kind of the same size in terms of passenger complement as a river cruise would be, but you get to go on places other than the river.
Talk more about your stateroom.
Well, we're on deck 3, so we're in one of the, I think it's a category B, if I've got that category. Yeah, category B. So
showing them.
Yeah, a veranda room. So how many sailboats have you been on that have a veranda? Yeah, and I don't know the square footage, but I'm sure you can find out. But the king-size bed and a bathtub. I've never seen a bathtub on a sailboat full stop before. So this is more than just a pretty boat with some sails.
I mean, we've basically been doing it, but how does a travel advisor sell this? How do you sell it?
Yeah, I think, again, it's new to the market, so we are just learning how to sell it. But I think certainly for somebody that are looking for something new, this is it. And I also think, so again, we're going between Monte Carlo and Rome this week. Much like you, my wife and I have done this routing about 1 million times. I've never been any of these ports of call.
Well, let's talk about that.
Yeah. So, and don't ask me to repeat them because I can't. They're all in French and Italian. Yeah. But so we're in Sicily and Sardinia, and we're stopping at these little tiny towns. And I think at one port we saw another cruise ship, and that's it. So we are on our own out in this. This is a busy part of the Mediterranean, and we haven't seen any other cruise ship.
So these little stops. They're not quaint little stops. There's a lot to do.
Yeah. So on this trip we've been to a winery. We've gone sea kayaking. We've gone e-bike riding in Corsica with spectacular views. So
snorkeling.
Snorkeling was one of the options offered, and this part of the Mediterranean is truly spectacular and
all inclusive.
Yes, yeah. This is all. That's the other
thing that they're doing for North America.
Right, and so that's another thing that we can sell on this as well is that so your gratuities are included, open bar. The culinary scene has been stellar. I'm sure you would agree. It's been, because you never know, and because it's good on a lot of cruise ships, but this is really next level.
I'm showing it as we're talking about it. What was your favorite meal?
Oh, that would be you're putting me on the spot.
Never mind. I showed mine. Mine just went up.
Let me ask you, what was yours?
So it was that giant paella with the lobster tails, and then it was like a filet mignon or something.
Yeah, there's been lobster tails more often than not.
What's interesting, when I was talking to the CEO, Morel Reyes,
yes.
They're trying to make sure that the two regions are joined in food.
Yes.
So if you look at the pictures of the food, you'll see that it's Europe and North America combined.
Right, just like the passenger complement as well. Yeah. So they do make announcements, of course, in English and in German. But it's been really interesting to watch that. It's to me, it's a pleasure to sail with more than just people from the United States, and to be able to interface with some of these people. It's been a real great experience. So
we interviewed Kevin Smith earlier about how to sell, and he was talking about the relationship with Consortia and your Virtuoso. Yes. What's your relationship to the product?
Well, so for us, I mean, one of the things we can do, the Virtuoso amenity is, I think, really creative, and that's who Kevin is it's $50 per person per night. So one of the questions, of course, we get from our clients is, well, you just finished telling me it was all inclusive, so what do I spend all this money on? So again, on a 1 week cruise like this, it's a $700, what do I do with that $700? And I say, do something you would never, ever do otherwise. So, and in some cases that might be a really special bottle of wine if you're celebrating something. I'm sure my wife would tell me that the spa on board would be a good use of that. They do have a shop on board as well. For me, it'd be something experiential that I just would never have done otherwise.
Have you been to the spa?
I have. Well, I've walked through the spa for the same reason you probably.
It's massive.
It's huge. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's something to spend it on.
Yeah, and a spa on a sailboat. Who's ever heard of a spa on a sailboat? Yeah.
So there's so many the public spaces. There's a lot of space. So let's talk about, so I can show it. What were your favorite places to hang out on the ship?
Yeah, we ended up hanging out a lot. The weather has been stellar this week, as you know. So we ended up being on the Lido deck a lot, which is again at the aft end of the ship, and it's just a fantastic space. We're sitting in the library right now. Most ships' libraries are dark little corners they don't know what to do with, and they put it in a cubby hole. This is right below the bridge.
Came here for the lighting.
Yeah. It's right below the bridge, and there's even literature on the mythology around Sea Cloud too. So I think this room is quite unique, particularly for a sailboat.
General impressions?
I'm quite excited about this product and really looking to introduce it to our clients. Again, for people that are looking for something new or different, or certainly for people that want to be the first to do anything. This is the product that I'm going to try to introduce to them. So
you've been sending out pictures, and
I'm probably been taking as many pictures as you. So.
You have people already saying, "Well, where are you? I want to know. I want to know more."
Yeah, we will on our social feed. We will be generating interest around this whole thing, and I think given the iconic nature of just being a sailing vessel and being so close to the sea, and by that I mean, my cabin is only a few feet off the water, not 10 stories off the water. It just makes it, there's going to be lots of Instagram photos, Alan. So.
All right, well, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you, Alan.
And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.